Welcome back to a new video. Today's review is focused on Netflix documentary entitled Ghislaine Maxwell Filthy Rich. And the official synopsis of this documentary is: stories from survivors frame this documentary detailing the sex trafficking trail of Ghislaine Maxwell, a social elite and accomplice of Jeffrey Epstein. And before I give out my review, please like the video, dislike the video, subscribe or comment, or just watch this video and keep enjoying your day. Follow me on Instagram at The Earliest Reviews, where you'll find more reviews on movies and TV shows. This documentary focuses on Ghislaine Maxwell, the horrible, awful, evil person that she is, from her association with Jeffrey Epstein to the many victims that she and Jeffrey Epstein assaulted, and to her eventual trial that took place last year and her sentencing back in June of this year of 20 years. I felt like this documentary wasn't bad, although not really much new information being put in here, with the exception of the new interviews from many of the victims. But yeah, I felt like the interviews in here were all pretty good. A lot of them being just disturbing and sad to hear about, when it came with the many victims just retelling their stories about how they met either Maxwell or Epstein, as Epstein was involved in many of these situations, and just detailing how things happened, how it just became a very uncomfortable situation, and how stuff happened, how it was just a horrible, horrible ordeal, and how some people were even stalked by them for a couple of years too, for many years, threatened with their lives and that kind of stuff. Like, they had a whole bunch of connections when you look at it. This documentary also had a lot of different people that knew Ghislaine Maxwell and her relationship with Jeffrey Epstein being interviewed in here as well, talking about their experiences with her, how she was as a person, and how some of them had some strange suspicions that she was involved in some pretty heinous activities with Epstein and stuff like that. But the interviews in here were good. But as I previously mentioned, some of them being just extremely sad to hear about. This documentary goes back and forth many times, just detailing just Maxwell's rise, Maxwell's just upbringing with her father, who was very famous, who was very rich in a way, and how somewhere down the line she met Jeffrey Epstein and they had a crazy relationship. They were involved in some pretty crazy mess, but somewhere down the line though, the horrible things just start to happen when it comes with just getting victims, grooming, sexual assault, trafficking, and just continuing, how when one person would be accounted for, another person would recruit another person, then another person would recruit another person. Like, it was just an endless mind game of just recruiting different people so that Jeffrey Epstein and Maxwell could just get out with them and just basically do whatever they want. And it was pretty uncomfortable to hear about too. Like, it was pretty uncomfortable with what many people were talking about what happened. And I kind of do wish that they would have just followed a straight timeline, not going back and forth from like 1994, 2021, and just like that. Like, started off back in the 80s and just keep going all the way to her trial and everything else. But so yeah. In my opinion though, I felt like she got too light of a sentence, like 20 years for what she did, along with her association with Epstein, and how he was accused of basically assaulting and just ruining the lives of like 500 people because of her. It's just crazy. Like, it's just really crazy. But Jeffrey Don't Leave Me Hanging Epstein is no longer here. He's been natural selection for many years now, and it's only a matter of time before she becomes natural selection just like him. But I felt like this documentary, it was a fine documentary. Like I just wish that they would have had some new information in here. Like the people that was involved with the horrible mess, they need to be accounted for one day. Like it all needs to be exposed to the public. Like that black book that people say that she had. Like where's the black book at, huh? Where's it at? But who knows? Anything is possible, but I'm not keeping my hopes up. Who knows? But I would say my rating for this documentary would probably be maybe 3 stars out of 5. So thank you for watching, and until next time.